Well, hello, and I'm Wayne Johnson with Doc and Queen Ministries. I'd like to continue the alphabet series. The word for today will be communication. When I thought about the word communication, I had originally wrote it down as one of the words. Then I found myself erasing it. However, I heard a word from Redeeming the Broken Ministry, and make sure that you go on her site, on her channel, and subscribe to her. That's Redeeming the Broken Ministries. And she had said something about communication. So when I got that revelation, I knew that communication was supposed to be my word for the letter C. So communication. I will be using today James chapter 1, verse 19. And it reads, understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. It is so important with communication. One would think it would be easy, especially those who have been in a relationship with someone for years, whether that is mother, father, or husband, wife, or children, co-workers, etc., etc. But communication a lot of times can be misinterpreted, even though you may say one thing and that person on the other end takes it another way. I laughed, and I've told you many stories about in earlier videos how me and one of my coworkers, we laugh about different things that we communicate to our wives, and then how those things don't go off the way we plan it. And it's just interesting to know that somebody that you've been with and spend so much time with, that things still can get out of whack.
I didn't understand.
The number one thing that you will need to make sure that communication works to the way that it needs to work is you need to allow God to bridge the gap in your communication, no matter who it is. So the first thing is God. Allow God to bridge the gap in that communication. Another thing to improve on the communication piece is to wait till your emotions have settled down.
Settle down!
When you have communications, when you are emotionally not ready, can tend to lead and put everything in a bad situation. So allow yourself to be emotionally settled. The third thing is remove all obstacles and focus on what you're trying to communicate to whoever you may be trying to communicate. When we are so busy today with being on the phone, doing this, doing that, we are doing so much multitasking that we don't have time to clear our head, settle down, and let our thoughts come out in a way that is necessary that people can understand us. And so it's important for both to do that. The last thing I would like to say is that can help improve with communication is body language. You can't say one thing, but your body language gives off something different. Non-verbal communication is more important than actual mouth verbiage. We must understand that our body language tells a story.
What? It's called body language?
Also, we are to be committed listeners, not thinking about what we're going to say before the person finish their conversation. We must listen. And there's a difference between hearing and listening. We must understand that we want to be clear what we're picking up from the person who's communicating with us. We want to get their thoughts exactly the way that they are coming across from us. And we want to get it exactly the way that they intended it to be delivered, not the way that we interpret it. It is so important for us to listen and not just hear. And it's also important for our non-verbal cues. Communication. We need to communicate better. And you would think that communication would be so elementary because we learned how to communicate and we do it on a daily basis. But we mess it up all the time. And that's why it is another example of why we need God to be in our life to help bridge that gap. Take care and God bless.